From the previous video, I think by now you have our song for the master class. Small circular strokes, small circular strokes. And by doing small circular strokes, we are able to mix part of our skin in the previous video from this state to this state by doing small circular strokes. And like I said, the secret is we are going to be getting a perfect polish of our color layer by doing small circular strokes that are going to be mixing away the blemishes and the bumpiness of our skin. So without further ado, let's continue doing our small circular strokes. So mixer brush selected, reposition your image, then go to an area that needs fixing and small circular strokes, small circular strokes. Small circular strokes is going to be our theme song for the master class. So this is always how we do, we mix the color layer. We do small circular strokes, small circular strokes, small circular strokes. So you go to any area of the skin that needs to be fixed and you do small circular strokes, small circular strokes. And like I said, at the beginning, the desire is not to be fast. The desire is to be good at it, okay? And as you're mixing, you can be turning off and on your color layer to see the difference that you're making. And maybe if there's anything that needs to be undone that you might have done wrong, okay? So let's continue. Small circular strokes, small. So the more you do this, the more it becomes easier to the hand and also easier to the mind, because sometimes it is not possible to clearly see what you are doing. For example, when I'm mixing here, if I'm not keen enough, I might not see the difference that I'm making in the color layer, because it is not so obvious sometimes, especially when you have to do very minimal mixing. So the idea is small circular strokes, and with time you're going to pick speed like I'm now picking speed, okay? But you start slow like that, slow like that. As you're moving from one area of the skin, you let go of your brush, okay? Then another thing to take care to pay regard to is mix your image in a given direction. Do not start from this particular point, leave it halfway done and come down here and continue mixing. No, mix your image from one point of the face going I normally start from the forehead going down, because most of the time the forehead is going to be needing the most amount of work, okay? So circular strokes as I come down, circular strokes. Then another thing to note also, we mix on merit. That means that an area of the skin that needs little mixing, we mix just a bit. An area of the skin that needs a lot of mixing, we mix a lot. So we mix on merit. Make sense? Okay. So we keep mixing. Anywhere that you spot bumpiness, go with your brush and do a circular stroke. Circular strokes. Even here, they're going to remedy this. It's gone. So this is the secret. Is it a secret anymore? No, I've already shared it to you guys. You just the secret. The idea is, I'm still calling it a secret. The idea is you just do small circular strokes, okay? Small circular strokes. And before you come from one area of the face going to the next one, make sure that where you're coming from, it is nicely polished. That's why you see me going back to areas that I've worked on and polishing them a bit further than I had left them previously, just to get a better looking image. And just to keep tabs of our progress, let me bring back my texture, and that is the before and that is the after. And we are looking so good, guys. We are looking so good. So let's work on the rest of the image. At least we should be done mixing our color layer by the end of this particular video. So you have about like 5 minutes to go. I don't know how far you are with your image. And also another thing to pay respect to as you are mixing is pay attention to dimension. So if a body part is straight, you mix it straight. If a body part is curved and round, you mix it round also. That's why you see when I get to the nose, I'm not mixing the nose in this direction. I'm mixing the nose going downwards, because that's how that particular body part of the body is shaped, okay? So anyway, you spot bumpiness, but even when you're mixing in that particular direction, we are still doing small circular strokes, okay? but you're doing them to going downwards instead of going to the side. True. So I'm going to come here to the either. So I'm going to zoom in, and you can notice here there's a lot of mixing that needs to be done. So another thing that we can do, that like we did at the beginning of the video, we can patch some of these away. So patch tool J, and I'm going to remove the major discolorations like this one, that might need a lot of mixing for us to fix. So sometimes you have to ease your work and reduce the amount of mixing that you need to do. Then I'm going to take the mixer brush. Then now I'm going to sort the rest of the blemishes. Like you can see, I'm being very keen not to touch the eyebrows because I'm not supposed to mix anywhere with that we have hair. We're only mixing where there is skin. Okay, where anywhere that we have hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, anywhere that we have maybe eyeshadow, like in the eyelids, you're not going to be mixing. So how far are we? 3 minutes to go. Woo! We shall manage. So even if you do not do it perfectly or do the image to completion, in this particular video, as you're following me, you can finish working on your mixing of your image of the video after watching this, and also by referring to the guidebook. Then once done, we can maybe meet in the next part after we are all done mixing our images, and we can now get to cloning texture, because cloning texture is very, very simple. So I'm back to being a bit fast because I want to be sure I'm done with mixing this particular image before the video ends. So like I said, do not aspire to be fast like me at the beginning. No, work on being good. Once you're good enough, you can now pick the pace and be fast. Okay, because even me, I used to do this in 30 minutes when I was starting out, and it was really frustrating, but I did not give up. I did not despair. What I did is I just got better, and by getting better, now I can do the same kind of thing in less than 10 minutes. And sometimes, depending on the image and how inspired I am, I can do the same in about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so I'm almost coming to the end of my image, and like I said, the secret is, so I'm doing so many strokes. Whenever I'm coming from one area of the image to the other, I'm always doing a new stroke. So do not think that I'm dragging because I'm fast at it. Okay, because one of the things that are going to happen if you try being fast when you're still learning it, you're going to be dragging a lot because your hand has not gotten used to this kind of hand motion that I'm doing here. So you see, if you watch my hand, a lot is really happening. For me to be that fast, I have to be very fast in the hand and in the mind. Okay, but this is possible, so that's why I love doing it or flexing with it. I just show you guys that it can be done. You can do 40 of such images in a day. 40, and if you're charging maybe 250 shillings per photo like I charge, doing 40 images in a day is how many much is at how many money? No, is how much money is 10,000 from the comfort of your space. Okay, so retouch can be a side hustle for you. It is a side hustle for me, and sometimes it makes me a good amount of money per month. Sometimes it pays my rent and fuels my bike for the month, just by doing a number of images. Because when I was starting out, I was charging 100 shillings. I went to 150, 200. Normally nowadays I charge 250 per image. And now we are coming to the end of the video. In the last minute, I hope I've done a decent mixing on the image. Whatever is not done, I'm going to finish off the camera. But just to give an idea of what we have done so far, this is our before. Before mixing. Textured, and now in the next video we are going to go to the next layer and clone away the problems that we have in the texture layer. So take your time, mix your image nicely to completion, then let's meet in the next part, and I'm going to show you guys how to clone your texture layer properly. And the name is Simon Chege. See you around.